Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of RawRadiantHealth.com, and I'm Natasha St. Michael, and thank you so much for joining me. So today is Friday, it's the end of the week, and we're still in paradise. And today I actually want to address questions I received before I left about traveling long distances on a raw food diet, how to do it when you're traveling internationally on planes and airports and staying on a raw food diet, not giving in to temptation of the fast food and the junk food and what to do. So it's great that these questions were sent to me before I left, so I had plenty of time when I was coming to Thailand to sort of think about this and get some tips and tricks together for everyone. So I think the first thing I want to do is just emphasize the importance of being hydrated, more so than what you're eating. I think that a lot of times people get really caught up in the food when they're in the airports and on the airplane and not thinking so much about being hydrated and drinking plenty of water. You should actually be drinking more water than you should even be eating. Main thing is when you're in an airplane or even in the airport, you're like in sort of like a dehydration chamber. There's no fresh air. It's all recycled air. It's really dry. And it's just, you just need to be drinking water. If you're going to eat at all, you keep it really to the minimum and just have some fruit and some vegetables. If you're traveling internationally, most countries nowadays don't really let you bring in food into the airport or onto the plane from home, so you usually have to buy it in the airport. Pay a little extra money for some fruits or some vegetables, but it's worth it. It's better than buying McDonald's. So, and to be honest with you guys, I've never come across an airport that hasn't had some sort of fresh fruit or some sort of salad, or I've even been in airports that have had raw nuts and seeds available. So there's always a way. You might have to like stock up on bananas and apples, but there's always a way. And really, when you're on an airplane, you're just sitting there the entire time, or you're sleeping, so you really don't need to like go crazy with the food. I think it's more of an emotional reason why people have an issue with traveling and having a hard time staying on raw foods when they're in like an airport or traveling around, because it's more of an issue of either being stressed out, anxious, scared of flying, being in a rush, being overtired, and also just being bombarded by fast food. I even noticed with myself, like, my day-to-day life, I don't live near anywhere that has fast food or any of that. And then suddenly I'm in an airport or on the airplane, and it's like you're surrounded by it. There's every single fast food restaurant and fast food available to you. And plus you're on an airplane and someone next to you is eating some sort of junk food or whatever, and it is tempting. But you have to just kind of get over that and check in yourself, like, as to why are you craving it? Why do you need it? And once you're aware of it, that it's not a physical need, but it's more of an emotional need, then you're able to kind of let it go. And, always remind yourself that, like, you want to arrive at your destination feeling your best. You want to be rested. You want to be light. You want to just feel refreshed, that when you get to where you're going, you're ready to go, that you're not like, tired and jet lagged and just feeling terrible and clogged up and constipated. That is the ultimate worst. So if you're on a hydrating like diet of just fruits and vegetables and some water, everything will be good, And I think what I really actually want to stress is the importance, especially when someone's flying internationally and they might be going from airport to airport and they have a few layovers. So what's most important is actually be moving around. I see this as being the biggest issue, is that a lot of times people are on like an 8-hour flight and then they have a connecting flight and they might have to sit around for 2 hours. And what do when they get off the plane? They get off the plane, they go in the airport, and they just sit there for the next few hours, only to sit again for another few hours on the airplane. When you have a layover, it's really important to actually walk around, get exercise, get outside and get some fresh air. I know when I've even had like 5-hour layovers, all I'll do is just walk. I'll go from terminal to terminal to terminal. I'll do a whole tour of an airport. I'll walk around the airport outside, even if I have to go through security a few times. I don't care. I need to walk around. The last thing I do is sit. And it also just gives me some distance away from that fast food and away from all of that, you know, because if you don't see it, you don't want it. And why sit there, especially if you're feeling like tortured and like craving it? Then move away from it, leave the airport, and just get some fresh air and walk around. I also find it's a great trick to really help you sleep on a plane. I am the best traveler when it comes down to that, that if I have a layover, I'm walking, moving around, that by the time my next plane arrives and I'm on it, I'm so tired that I just sit down and I'll just sleep. And I'll sleep usually through most flights, no problem. So there's always a way with that as well, you know. And then by the time I arrive, then I feel good. I feel like rested, and I don't feel like I've just been sitting and eating the whole time. I also suggest too is that when you're flying, to call the airlines beforehand and see if you can request at least a vegan meal. Most airlines today have some sort of vegetarian or vegan meal. That I do this all the time, that I'll request a vegan meal, and even though I don't eat the cooked part of the vegan meal, it always comes with like a little green salad and a little bit of fruit. And you never know as well, like when I flew to Thailand, Thai Airlines actually had a raw vegetarian option. Okay, so I requested that a few days beforehand, and I got these beautiful little vegetable salads and some fruit, and they always had fresh fruit for snacks, everything. I mean, it was amazing. It was a great indication from the universe. It was definitely going the right place. I mean, so you just never know with the airlines that they might actually have like a vegan option or even a raw option. So do check in with that, and do just stock up in the airport with some fruit to bring on the plane so you have something extra. But always keep in mind, hydration over eating, most important, you know, and that way you arrive, you feel good, and you won't have like, you know, you won't be tired, bogged down, clogged up, and constipated. So no one likes to arrive that way. No one wants to start their vacation feeling bad. So on that note, I just also want to remind everyone that the next 10-day juice fast, it starts on Tuesday. So this is perfect for people that are beginners, that want to try like doing a juice fast. It's a great program. It's 10 days. It's every day. There's a daily video for 20 to 40 minutes long that walk you through everything you need to know about fasting and juicing and cleansing, detoxification, and different things that come up when you're fasting, and even like natural skincare and fitness and all sorts of stuff. So there's 10 videos, there's an online forum where you get to meet everyone else doing the fast, you get the support, you can ask questions. I'm on the forum every day answering questions, and they're really offering extra motivation, and it's just great. It's always a lovely, supportive, wonderful, lively group, and it really, it's great for people that have never done any kind of fasting before, and for people too that have experienced juice fasters that want to try it, you know, have extra support or just do it differently, you know, and just see what it's like. And it's a great program. So it starts July 6th, right after the holidays, which is perfect, next Tuesday. And if you want to sign up, go to my website at www.rawradianthealth.com, click on juice fasting, sign up there. And then I also want to mention too that I've been posting photos and updating everyone about my travels on Facebook. So you can go to Facebook and friend me at Facebook, and my name is Natasha St. Michael, and I'll put a link as well as to how we can become friends. So if you're interested in seeing photos of Thailand and knowing about my adventures, do friend me on Facebook, because that'd be awesome. And so that's it. And oh, one other thing as well. People have been inquiring about, am I still doing coaching? Yes, I have. As long as I have internet connection, which I do all over Thailand, I haven't had a problem, and I've been still coaching people through telephone. I have a program where I can call people through the internet and still doing coaching, everything. So that is not an issue at all. So if you do need any coaching, you can also go to my website at www.rawradianthealth.com, click on coaching, and get in touch with me through that, and we can set that up as well. So I'm wishing you guys a fabulous day, and have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye!